Today we will talk about planning, the foundation of successful management. Planning, strategy, and strategic management. A plan as a blueprint for action. A plan outlines the specific steps and actions required to achieve goals. It serves as a roadmap, providing guidance on what needs to be done and how it will be accomplished. Business plan. A business plan is a comprehensive document that outlines an organization's goals, strategies, and metrics for success. It encompasses the overall direction and objectives of the business and provides a framework for decision-making and resource allocation. Strategy is an educated guess. Strategy involves making informed decisions about the long-term direction and goals of an organization. It is based on careful analysis, evaluation of market conditions, and consideration of internal strengths and weaknesses. While it involves some level of uncertainty, it aims to position the organization for success and growth. Reconsidering strategy. Strategy is not a one-time decision. It requires regular review and adaptation due to changing business conditions. Market dynamics, competition, technological advancements, and other external factors necessitate a reassessment of strategy to ensure its relevance and effectiveness. Strategic management. Strategic management involves the formulation, implementation, and execution of strategies and strategic goals within an organization. It is a collaborative process that includes managers at various levels, from top management to team leaders, working together to align efforts and drive the organization towards its objectives. Planning levels. Planning encompasses different levels within an organization. Strategic planning, conducted by top managers, focuses on determining the overall direction and long-term goals. Tactical planning, undertaken by middle managers, involves translating the strategic goals into specific actions and allocating resources. Operational planning, carried out by first-line managers and team leaders, focuses on the day-to-day activities and tasks required to achieve objectives. As you see, this diagram outlines a 5-step process for planning and strategic management. 1. Establish the mission and vision. This step involves defining the organization's purpose, values, and aspirations. The mission statement outlines what the organization aims to achieve and its primary reason for existence. The vision statement describes the desired future state and provides a sense of direction. 2. Assess the current reality. This step involves conducting a comprehensive analysis of the organization's internal and external environment. It includes assessing the organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, SWOT analysis, as well as understanding market trends, customer needs, and competitive landscape. This assessment provides a foundation for strategic decision-making. 3. Formulate the grand strategy. Based on the analysis conducted in the previous step, this step involves developing a high-level plan or grand strategy. The grand strategy outlines the broad approach and initiatives that will enable the organization to achieve its mission and vision. It may involve identifying target markets, establishing competitive advantages, pursuing growth opportunities, or addressing challenges. 4. Implement the strategy. In this step, the grand strategy is translated into specific goals, objectives, and action plans. This includes determining the resources required, assigning responsibilities, and establishing timelines. Implementation involves communicating the strategy to all levels of the organization, aligning activities with the strategic goals, and monitoring progress. 5. Maintain strategic control. This step involves monitoring and evaluating the implementation of the strategy to ensure that it remains on track. It includes tracking key performance indicators, conducting regular reviews, and making adjustments as necessary. Strategic control helps to identify deviations, address challenges, and seize opportunities, ensuring that the organization remains aligned with its strategic goals. Now, the important question we need to discuss is, why are planning and strategic management important? Here's a breakdown of each point. Direction and momentum. Planning and strategic management provide organizations with a clear sense of direction and purpose. They help identify critical problems, choices, and opportunities, allowing managers to prioritize their efforts and make informed decisions. This focus ensures that the organization keeps moving forward and avoids getting sidetracked or overwhelmed by day-to-day issues. Competitive advantage. Without a well-defined plan, managers may become reactive and only address immediate problems as they arise. This reactive approach can leave an organization vulnerable to competitors who have taken a long-term view and acted proactively. Effective planning and strategic management allow organizations to anticipate, prepare for, and respond to changes in the business environment, gaining a competitive edge. Risk of poor planning. A poor plan can lead an organization in the wrong direction. It may result from faulty assumptions about the future, inadequate assessment of capabilities, ineffective teamwork, or a failure to use management control systems as feedback mechanisms. In such cases, the organization may waste resources, miss opportunities, or struggle to adapt to changing circumstances. Encouraging innovation. Strategic planning emphasizes the importance of innovation for long-term success. By incorporating innovation into the planning process, organizations encourage the generation of new ideas and the exploration of new business opportunities. This focus on innovation helps organizations stay relevant, adapt to market changes, and differentiate themselves from competitors. Sustainable competitive advantage. Strategic management aims to create a sustainable competitive advantage for the organization. This advantage means that the organization can produce goods or services more effectively than its competitors, leading to superior performance. By aligning resources, capabilities, and strategies, organizations can develop unique strengths that give them a lasting edge in the marketplace. Developing a sustainable competitive advantage. Competitive advantage refers to an organization's ability to deliver goods or services in a more effective or efficient manner compared to its competitors, which results in superior performance and market success. There are several ways in which an organization can achieve and sustain a competitive advantage. Cost advantage. An organization can gain a competitive advantage by producing goods or delivering services at a lower cost compared to competitors. This can be achieved through economies of scale, efficient processes, effective supply chain management, or innovative cost-saving strategies. Differentiation. Differentiating products or services in a unique and valuable way can create a competitive advantage. By offering distinct features, superior quality, exceptional customer service, or innovative solutions, an organization can attract customers who are willing to pay a premium price. Focus strategy. An organization can focus on serving a specific market segment or niche where it can excel and meet the unique needs of customers better than competitors. This focused approach allows the organization to concentrate its resources and efforts, creating a competitive advantage in the chosen market segment. Innovation. Continuous innovation and the ability to bring new and improved products, services, or processes to the market ahead of competitors can lead to a competitive advantage. Organizations that foster a culture of innovation and invest in research and development can stay ahead of the curve and differentiate themselves in the market. Brand and reputation. Building a strong brand and reputation can provide a competitive advantage. A positive brand image, customer trust, and a solid reputation for quality, reliability, or innovation can influence customer preferences and loyalty, making it harder for competitors to gain market share. About sustainable competitive advantage. It occurs when an organization is able to get and stay ahead in 4 areas. 1. Responsiveness to customers. Organizations with a sustainable competitive advantage are highly responsive to the needs and preferences of their customers. They understand their target market, actively gather customer feedback, and consistently deliver products or services that meet or exceed customer expectations. By staying attuned to customer demands and adapting their offerings accordingly, these organizations maintain a loyal customer base and a competitive edge. 2. Innovation. Sustainable competitive advantage is often linked to an organization's ability to innovate. This involves developing new ideas, products, processes, or business models that provide unique value to customers. Innovative organizations continuously invest in research and development, foster a culture of creativity and experimentation, and embrace emerging technologies or market trends. By staying ahead of the curve and introducing novel solutions, they differentiate themselves from competitors and maintain a sustainable competitive advantage. 3. Quality. Organizations that prioritize and consistently deliver high-quality products or services gain a competitive advantage. Quality encompasses various dimensions, including reliability, durability, functionality, and customer satisfaction. By focusing on continuous improvement, rigorous quality control processes, and adherence to industry standards, these organizations build a strong reputation for excellence. Customers are more likely to choose their offerings over those of competitors, leading to sustained market success. 4. Effectiveness. Sustainable competitive advantage is also achieved through organizational effectiveness. This involves optimizing internal processes, resource allocation, and operational efficiency. Effective organizations streamline operations, eliminate waste, and maximize productivity while minimizing costs. By operating efficiently, they can offer competitive pricing, maintain profitability, and invest in product development or customer service enhancements, further strengthening their competitive advantage. Okay. This diagram explains the different types of planning in business management, including strategic, tactical, and operational planning. Each type of planning is associated with a specific level of management and time frame. The diagram also shows how the mission, vision, and values statements guide the planning process. Here is a summary of the main points. Strategic planning. Associated level of management. Top-level management, e.g., executives, board of directors. Time frame. Typically covers a longer-term perspective, ranging from 1 to 5 years. Description. Strategic planning involves setting the overall direction and goals of the organization. It is focused on achieving the mission and vision and it considers external factors such as market trends, competition, and long-term growth opportunities. Strategic planning guides resource allocation and major decision-making processes at the highest level of management. Tactical planning, associated level of management, middle level management, e.g., department managers, division head. Time frame, generally covers a medium-term horizon, typically ranging from 6 to 24 months. Description, tactical planning translates the strategic goals and objectives into specific action plans for different departments or divisions within the organization. It involves allocating resources, setting departmental goals, and coordinating activities to support the overall strategic direction. Tactical planning focuses on the implementation of strategies and the achievement of intermediate milestones. Operational planning, associated level of management, first line management, e.g., supervisors, team leader. Time frame, deals with shorter time frames, usually ranging from 1 week to 52 weeks, 1 year. Description, operational planning is concerned with the day-to-day activities and tasks necessary to accomplish the tactical plans. It involves setting specific objectives, allocating resources at a detailed level, scheduling activities, and managing operational processes. Operational plans are highly detailed and focus on the efficient and effective execution of tasks to support the overall organizational goals. By having a clear mission statement, vision statement, and values statement, organizations can establish a foundation for effective planning at each level. Strategic, tactical, and operational planning work together to ensure alignment and coherence across the organization, enabling successful goal achievement at all levels. The planning process begins with 3 attributes: a mission statement, a vision statement, and a values statement. 1. Mission. An organization's mission represents its purpose or reason for existence. It captures the fundamental focus and scope of the organization's activities, including its products, services, target market, and primary stakeholders. Responsibility. Determining the mission is the responsibility of top management and the board of directors. They are accountable for formulating a clear and concise mission statement that effectively communicates the organization's purpose to internal and external stakeholders. 2. Vision. A vision is a long-term goal that describes the desired future state or what the organization aspires to become. It provides a clear sense of direction and serves as a guiding principle for decision-making and strategic planning. Description. A vision statement outlines the organization's aspirations and outlines the desired impact or outcomes it seeks to achieve. It should be inspiring, ambitious, and give employees a sense of purpose. A well-crafted vision statement helps align the efforts of individuals and teams towards a common goal. 3. Values. Values are the relatively permanent and deeply held underlying beliefs and attitudes that guide an individual's or organization's behavior. In the context of an organization, values reflect its core principles, highest priorities, and the qualities it deems important for conduct and decision-making. Description. Values statements articulate the principles and ethical standards that shape an organization's culture and define its identity. They serve as a compass for employee behavior and influence the organization's relationships with stakeholders. Values statements help establish a shared understanding of expected behaviors and serve as a basis for fostering a positive work environment. In this section, we explore the purpose of planning which is to set a goal, and then an action plan. There are two types of goals, short-term and long-term, and they are connected by a means-end chain. Finally, it's important to understand that the proper execution of a plan is just as important as properly developing it. Long-term and short-term goals. Goals, also known as objectives, are specific commitments that an organization sets to achieve measurable results within a defined time frame. They provide a target or desired outcome to work towards. Long-term goals. Long-term goals are strategic in nature and typically span 1 to 5 years. They are aligned with the organization's strategic plan and focus on achieving the broader strategies outlined in that plan. Long-term goals provide a sense of direction and guide the allocation of resources over an extended period. For example, increasing revenue from new customers by 10% over the next 12 months can be a long-term goal. Short-term goals. Short-term goals, also referred to as tactical or operational goals, generally have a time frame of 12 months or less. They are connected to the strategic goals in a hierarchical structure known as a means-end chain. Short-term goals are more specific and provide actionable targets that contribute to the achievement of the long-term goals. These goals help in tracking progress and maintaining focus on the overall strategic direction. The operating and action plans. An operating plan is a detailed document that outlines the specific actions and tasks that a team or department needs to take to achieve the strategic goals of the organization or project. It usually covers a short-term period, such as a quarter or a year, and specifies the personnel, resources, deadlines, and costs involved in the operations. An operating plan is action-oriented and focuses on how to execute the strategy effectively and efficiently. An action plan is a subcomponent of an operating plan that defines the course of action for a specific goal or objective. It describes the tactics or steps that need to be taken, the responsible parties, the expected outcomes, and the timeline for completion. An action plan helps to break down a complex goal into manageable and measurable tasks and milestones. An action plan can also be used to monitor the progress and performance of the operations. This section discusses SMART goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, and results-oriented, and have target dates. It also briefly discusses a technique for setting goals, Management by Objectives, MBO, a 4-step process for motivating employees. Finally, it introduces the concept of goal cascading, which attempts to ensure that higher-level goals are communicated and aligned with the goals at the next levels down in the organizational hierarchy. This slide shows the characteristics of effective goals. Here's a breakdown of each characteristic. Specific. A specific goal is clear, well-defined, and unambiguous. It provides a clear description of what needs to be achieved, leaving no room for misinterpretation. For example, 90% of planes should arrive within 15 minutes of the scheduled arrival time is specific because it clearly states the desired outcome. Measurable. Measurable goals have quantifiable or observable criteria that can be used to determine the degree of goal attainment. Measuring progress allows for tracking and evaluation. For example, in the goal mentioned above, the measure is the percentage of planes arriving within 15 minutes of the scheduled time. Attainable. An attainable goal is realistic and feasible within the available resources, including time, equipment, and financial support. It considers the limitations and constraints of the organization and ensures that the goal is within reach. Results-oriented. Goals should be results-oriented, focusing on the desired outcomes or achievements. Starting the goal statement with action-oriented verbs, such as complete, acquire, or increase, helps to emphasize the action required to achieve the goal. It sets a proactive and action-oriented tone. Target dates. Target dates or deadline dates establish a time frame for when the goals are to be achieved. Setting specific target dates creates a sense of urgency and provides a timeline for tracking progress. It ensures that there is accountability and a clear sense of when the goals should be accomplished. Okay, now we have management by objectives process and the different types of objectives. Here's a breakdown of the 4-step process for motivating employees. Jointly set objectives. In the MBO process, managers and employees collaborate to set objectives for the employee. This involves a discussion and agreement on the specific goals and targets that the employee is expected to achieve within a defined time frame. Develop action plans. Once the objectives are set, managers develop action plans that outline the steps, strategies, and resources required to accomplish the objectives. Action plans provide a roadmap for execution and guide the employee's efforts towards goal attainment. Periodically review performance. Managers and employees regularly review the employee's performance to assess progress towards the objectives. These periodic reviews allow for feedback, discussion, and adjustments as needed. It ensures that the employee stays on track and addresses any challenges or obstacles that may arise. Performance appraisal and rewards. At the end of the performance period, the manager conducts a performance appraisal, evaluating the employee's performance against the set objectives. The results of the appraisal guide the determination of rewards or recognition for the employee's achievements. Rewards can be in the form of financial incentives, promotions, or other forms of recognition. Types of objectives. Performance objectives. Performance objectives express the desired outcome or end result that the employee is expected to achieve. These objectives focus on the measurable outcomes that demonstrate success. For example, increasing sales by 10% or reducing customer complaints by 20% are performance objectives. Behavioral objectives. Behavioral objectives express the specific behaviors or actions that an employee needs to exhibit in order to achieve the desired outcome. These objectives focus on the observable actions or competencies required to accomplish the goals. For example, improving communication skills, demonstrating leadership qualities, or enhancing teamwork are behavioral objectives. Learning objectives. Learning objectives express the acquisition of knowledge or competencies that the employee needs to develop in order to accomplish the objectives. These objectives focus on the employee's growth and skill development. For example, completing a training program, gaining expertise in a specific software tool, or acquiring new technical skills are learning objectives. This is an example that shows the difference between SMART and non-SMART goals. SMART goal. Increase sales revenue by 15% across all product lines by the end of the quarter. As you see, the goals are specific. The goal specifies the desired outcome, which is to increase sales revenue. Measurable. The goal includes a specific target of increasing sales revenue by 15%. Achievable. While challenging, a 15% increase in sales revenue is considered attainable. Relevant. Increasing sales revenue is directly aligned with the objective of growing the business. Time-bound. The goal has a clear deadline, which is the end of the quarter. On the other hand, we have not so SMART goal. like increased sales revenue. This goal lacks specificity, measurability, and a clear time frame. It doesn't provide any details regarding the target, timeline, or scope of the increase in sales revenue. Without these specifics, it becomes challenging to track progress, allocate resources effectively, and evaluate the success of the goal. A SMART goal should always be more specific and include measurable targets and a clear time frame.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to channel.